Hey guys, how you going? This is Billy Eat World again. Thanks for stopping by. And just remember, if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like button down below. Also, just before we start, take a second to vote in the poll in the description and tell me what your favourite sci-fi FPS franchise is, because I'll be using the results in a video very soon. But anyway, today I thought I should probably give you guys my opinion on DLC for Battlefront and whether or not it's going to be worth buying the Season Pass. And I'd say chances are most of you guys are interested in this topic because you've probably played every map in the game 100 times by now and you're wondering what to do next. Also, the Season Pass is a big issue for a lot of people this time around because it weighs in at a pretty hefty price and it's almost as much as the whole game. And speaking of the whole game, well, there isn't a lot of content in the base game to begin with, so a lot of players feel like they're being made to pay double for what they expected to get in the first place. Now, the reason I bring this topic up is because after playing the new free Battle for Jakku DLC this week, it seems to me like it probably should have been included as part of the original game. I mean, after all, it is free, so I get the feeling they split it up to give people an incentive to pre-order, which obviously diluted the original release. To be honest though, they probably didn't care too much about this, because when you think about it, a lot of casual players are probably going to buy Battlefront after The Force Awakens comes out. And by that time, Jakku will be available for everyone, so anyone who buys the game then won't be so unimpressed by the lack of content. That being said though, as good as Jakku is, the base game plus the DLC is still not really enough to keep most players interested. I mean, at the end of the day, it's only really one more location and one game mode, which are great, don't get me wrong, but they just aren't enough. Still, I think if it had been added in with the original launch, then maybe the game wouldn't have copped as much flack as it has for being so light. And sure, I understand EA need pre-orders, but it's obvious this wasn't that good for the game's reputation, and the only thing I think it's achieved is to make people less likely to pre-order next time around. So what about future DLC? Well, according to DICE, there's going to be 4 more expansions with 16 new maps, 4 new modes, and 20 new weapons and gadgets. So basically, there's going to be about the same amount of DLC as we've seen in previous Battlefield games, and chances are it'll probably last about as long as well. In Battlefield 4, each DLC only really held the community's attention for about a month or so, and in Hardline, well, it's proven to be even less. But my main worry is not how long the content will last, but how quickly they're going to add it, because a lot of players will probably get sick of the game before it even comes out. Battlefield Hardline, for example, obviously wasn't as popular as BF4, but most importantly, it was almost universally abandoned by the PC community. And if you take a look at the stats for Battlefront on PC, well, already BF4 is pulling out ahead, so all in all, not a good sign for the future of the game on that platform. So for this reason, I haven't bought the Season Pass yet, and I probably won't until we know if the game is going to stand the test of time. And really, there's no reason not to wait, because the only thing you're missing out on is early access to the DLC, which doesn't even start coming out for a few months anyway. Now, don't take this as me saying that Battlefront is a bad game or it's not worth buying or whatever. I mean, the time that I've gotten out of the game so far has definitely been worth the price. You've got to remember that most people don't get more than 20 or 30 hours out of most games, so if you've got that much out of Battlefront so far, you've definitely got what you paid for. The Season Pass, though, is a completely different story because it's not a full game, even if it has the same sort of price tag. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you guys decided to wait or decided not to even get it at all. And I get the feeling a lot of people in the community are probably thinking the same thing. But anyway guys, that just about wraps up this quick video, so let me know what you think about the Battlefront Season Pass, and as always, if you like what you see, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Also, check out the links in the description below if you want to see more of my videos, or if you want to support my channel on Patreon, and until next time, see you later, and have a good one.